You know, you're 100% right, John. For a team that can't get out of their own way offensively, and the way the Philadelphia Eagles started the season, we thought they were going to score, they're run 170 plays or more a game and score, and nobody'd be able to keep up with them at the pace. Well, first of all, you're in the pros. You're playing against pros. You only got a 53-man roster, and your defense has to hold up. And everything fell apart for Chip Kelly and this experiment in Philadelphia. And I don't know if it's ever going to work. I really don't know. The way that the quarterbacks go down in this league, I don't know that you're ever going to have that stability at quarterback running that type of offense in the NFL. Now, for them to win a game, it certainly is better for them to be on the road, because I think they haven't won a game at home since 1842. It's been absolutely incredible how they can't even win a game. Forget about cover a game. They can't win a game. Now they're going to the West Coast playing the Raiders. The Raiders aren't really much, but they're having a decent season. They can't throw the ball very well, but they do rush it well. Terrell Pryor has come on pretty strong as a runner. He manages the game from a passing standpoint. Not a very strong game for anybody to look. You're not seeing a lot of talent on the field here. And you got Foles at quarterback. It's definitely an underplay. Without a doubt, it's an underplay. Picking the winner when you make the Raiders a home favorite, boy, that changes things quite a bit. When they're a little bit of a dog, I like taking points with a team like the Raiders. I can't bet Philadelphia. They got too many injuries, backup quarterback issues. The last time Foles was on the field, he was absolutely horrendous. I'd have to take the Raiders, but I can't be too strong with it. But I can definitely feel strong about taking the under.
Well, look, the Eagles are actually 3-1 on the road, so they get out of Philly and they have been bad. To me, it's a little dicey to go against a team that clearly their confidence level is higher on the road right now. I don't want them though. Matt Barkley hasn't shown me that he belongs anywhere near an NFL field right now. I mean, he's not a serviceable backup. Let's put it that way. So, I guess I'll look at the total as well. The numbers here. Oakland's dead last in the league in passing. So they're going to run the football. We know that. And in fact, the more they run it, the better off they are, because when they start throwing it is when the mistakes start happening. Pryor certainly looks like he's going to have a nice career as an NFL quarterback, but throwing the football is the weakest part of his game right now. It'll catch up. I think he's going to be a good player. And they've got a good running game. So you would think they'll rely on that. Now, the Eagles, of course, are very good stopping the run. I think they're 9th in the league, so that's pretty good. Their pass defense is horrible. So maybe Pryor can get something going through the air, but I don't think that's really going to be what Oakland tries a lot. I think they're going to keep things conservative and keep the ball overland, if you will. And as far as the Eagles' offense is concerned, I can't trust them with Matt Barkley. So I'm left with having to agree with you guys. I mean, it's the logical look here is on the under, so we'll go that way as well. Under on the Raiders hosting the Eagles. Second game is the Colts and Texans matching up on Sunday night. I'm going to have to look at the total on this one because I am going to have a personal side on this game. I'm going to save that for the clients that are on board this weekend. Of course, you know how to become one of those if you want to get the side in this game. And as far as the total is concerned, again, you're faced with a situation where the starting quarterback is gone for Houston. But in this case, kind of looks like it might be a good thing. I think they're excited about Case Keenum. And he looked good in the first game. He had some mistakes. And that fumble at the end of the game, I could have killed him because it almost went in the end zone for a touchdown, which would have beat me. But fortunately, it didn't. And they ran the clock out, and that was that. But I think Houston is a little different football team in terms of what they're going to try and do offensively. I actually think they're going to take more shots downfield with Keenum than they have been with Schaub. That's not Schaub's stock and trade anyway. Schaub is more of an intermediate passer. And Keenum has the ability to get the ball down the field, and I think they're going to take some shots against the Colts here. They can also run the football on this team. For as well as Indianapolis is doing, and obviously 5-2, they're playing terrific football. They've beaten some of the best teams in the league. They've beaten San Francisco, they've beaten Seattle, they've beaten Denver. They're still right down at the bottom of the league in rushing defense. So I think Houston can move the ball on them. As for the Texans, well, there's not a lot positive to say on the defensive side of the ball either, quite honestly. I think this is a team that has been disappointing in every aspect of the game, and that's why they're 2-5 right now. I think Luck's going to move the ball on them, and I believe you'll get points in this game, a little value, because with Keenum, it's being priced as if they have a backup quarterback out there. I think you're actually getting a couple of points of value there. So I'm going to go with the over in this game, and I think it's actually a pretty good play. Jim?
Well, again, I couldn't disagree with you, Dave. Schaub's been a disappointment as far as taking a team to the next level for quite a while. And when you look at the offensive production of this Houston team, they rank 30th in the league. I mean, this is a team that almost everyone thought was going to run away from with this division. And now it looks like Indianapolis is running away with the division. The big difference here, to me, is the situation at quarterback. We know what we got with Luck. We don't really know what we have with Keenum. In college, he was tremendous. He played an efficient game against Kansas City. And they're starting him. So obviously that's saying that they've kind of burned out on Schaub, and Keenum showed enough, and he's probably showing enough with the first stringers in practice. But that's a big mystery. You still have a kid here coming out of college that didn't get a shot right away like a lot of these guys that come out of college. He sat on the bench. Small favorite for Indianapolis. Tough to take a home. You got a home underdog here that's in desperation mode. The problem is these Colts have beaten the three best teams in football. They beat, San Francisco, they beat Seattle, and they beat Denver. So, I mean, how good is Indianapolis? And that is a huge question. They lost the wide receiver a couple weeks ago in that game against Denver. Tough loss, quality player. And it's just a tough spot. But when you talk about desperation mode, you're talking about the Texans absolutely have to put up a fight here or their season is done. They're absolutely done. And they're doing it with an unproven quarterback. So in practice, he must be showing something. However, and this is a caveat, this has been an underperforming team for years when it comes down to the big pressure games.
Yep.
And to take this, for many years, everybody thought Houston had much more going for it than they ever produced on the field. So this is a tough game. As far as your overplay, that's going to really come down to whether Keenum can get the ball deep. I think he will do that. I totally agree. His tendency is to throw longer passes over 20 yards. That's something Schaub did not do. Can they connect? Can they get the receivers open? Can they get their tight ends open? I think they can, and I do agree with you. This could be an overplay.
The thing that has really surprised me the most about the Houston Texans is the run defense. This run defense the last 2 years has been awesome. This year it's really fallen off. They're ranked 26, giving up 122 yards rushing per game. Now they have the number one pass defense, but those two go together. They haven't been able to stop the run. And while you don't know what you're going to get out of Case Keenum, you do know what the Colts have. Andrew Luck, 10 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's been solid. And they've been going to the running game this year, which has been surprising to me. They've been very good at it. And even the front office has chipped in, trading for Trent Richardson. I'm not really that high on the guy, but it does show you what the front office can do for a team saying, hey, we believe in you guys. We're going to get players for you because we think I got a chance to win the division. So it's really a good atmosphere that's going on with this Colts team. And don't forget, they're also coming off a bye. So the home team, when these division rivals meet, happens to be 6-0 against the spread. However, the Texans are 2-5 ATS their last 7 home games. For me, David, is going to be the Colts or nothing in this one.
All right, let's get to the best bets, guys. And once again, remind everybody of what we've got coming up this weekend. Mine, I have to go with the first game we talked about today and side with the Eagles and Raiders game to stay under the total based on what I'm seeing out of those two teams. If you want the strong stuff this weekend, though, and it's strong, 2 conference games of the year in college football. Those are 2-1 so far. The one loss was, quite frankly, a bad beat, but that's who cares about that? Could be, should have been, would have been, whatever. It's still 2-1. And these are both window games as well, which means they sell for a nickel each online. You're going to get both games for $10 and a guarantee. You must go 2-0, and November's free. Sign up early and get both. Get the bonus football coverage tonight. All you need to do is make one phone call and you're ready to go. $10 is certainly not a lot to spend. I think you'll be very pleased with the return you get for that $10. 1-866-896-1629. That's 1-866-896-1629. John, reacquaint us once again with what Mr. Vegas has.
Sure, Mr. Vegas has a Game of the Year trifecta going this weekend. 3 games of the year for $29. It's going to include his overall college Game of the Year going Saturday. That plays $100 online. You're also going to get his NFC South Game of the Year going on Sunday. You get 3 plays in all, and if you sign up early, he's got his Thursday night NFL Game of the Year. Really likes to play on the Thursday game. 3 plays from Mr. Vegas. 1-866-841-1627.
What do you got, Jim?
Well, let me just say that this is, like I said before, this is a tremendous time of year. It's November, and we've got everything going on. We got college and pro basketball, we got the NHL, and we got college and pro football. Forget baseball. That's over with. Boston's going to win the World Series, and that's it. Dave will be very happy because he's from back there, and he's a Red Sox fan. But what are you going to do? Are you going to make money in November, or are you going to end up paying your book every week, or, showing negative figures? I've been winning. I want you to win. That's why I'm making this offer. $39. You get all of November. This is what you get. NBA and college hoops, pro and college football, NHL, and that includes a revenge game of the month, a Pac-12 game of the month. College hoops starts November 8th. You get the Turkey Shoot weekend, which is turkey, Thanksgiving. And if you call right now, you'll even get a bonus on tonight's game. 1-866-841-1655. $39. I don't know what's going to happen in November for you, but I know I'm going to be collecting money. You want to collect money with me? Make the call. 1-866-841-1655. $39. You get that whole schmogallion of games I just mentioned. So make sure you make the call. 1-866-841-1655.
Schmogallion. A smorgasbord. I like it, though. I think I know what it means. Even though
I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
I think I just made up a good word.
It means value.
Well, that's it for the pro version, the NFL version of Proline, but there's also going to be a college football version, so make sure and check that out as well. A couple of big games, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and the Miami-Florida State showdown on the college version of Proline. Make sure and watch it. For John Creighton, for Mr. Vegas, and for Jim Feist, I'm Dave Kogan. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.